because on Nuke, at the very least, you had Edgeram who was able to get the advantage so many rounds in a row, and just wonder if Mazalaai have caught onto it. Dust2, less opportunity for a CT to go aggressive, unpunished. So it's up to Mazalaai to punish Camel Riders for over-aggression. It's up to Camel Riders to see if they can find a little bit of a dent inside Mazalaai's armor for now. Pistol round starting off, it's only going to be the one set of utility for the Ts. On that CT side, same story. 2 flashbangs and a kit for, of course, the IGL Edgeram to play with.
And a slower approach. We have seen Camel Riders go for much more aggressive plays on a lot of their pistols, but for now it is just going to be Misty gazing down towards lowers. There's 2 men here. And if he cops too much damage, he'll fall. There it is. The headshot found by News. And again, it is off to a solid start for Mazalaai with that man advantage. Where do we see them head? Bomb out long. Looking like it's going to be the A split, but Tyke is ready and waiting. He needs to hunt some heads of his own. And it looks like that's going to be coming through. Good flash to find another flash from the Ts, but Tyke gets in just in time to find control of the bomb and a 3rd kill.
Yep, and that means that both of the players can go into pit. That was some sensational shooting from Tyke. We know he's pretty sharp on the pistols, but clicking on the heads, that was pretty solid.
News as well, just dropping down in the CT. That was a dangerous decision, but he still continues to fight long range. Pokemon just can't quite find the final shot. And again,
this is awkward.
News is just dancing around the bullets and somehow survives. Edgeram and Tyke need to fight together. They're going to deal with the flanks perfectly, and now just full focus on the final man. That's going to be Machine Gun, and boom, Tyke gets it done. Ace for the man. Big start to Dust2.
Yeah, big round, able to take that long position and really just lock it away as well. Instantly looks like it's a tech pause that is coming out, so not sure what's going on there, but let's see if it gets resolved sooner rather than later.
Well, we do know that at least one player had their monitor on that round, and that was Tyke. So just hitting every single thing. Mazalaai as well. Look, News came in, gave it his best shot, but couldn't find all 5 this time. Look at that. That's ridiculous. 392 ADR. You never usually see it, but in situations like this, at the start of the game, that is going to be completely skewed. So we'll see that one flatten out as the game goes on. But marvelous shooting. Look at this. Crosshair placement, absolutely perfect. And just finding headshot after headshot after headshot.
Yep, and no answer from Mazalaai as they miss a lot of their shots. They miss their opportunities. I mean, News was given a huge lifeline. Pokemon just could not find the damage at the distance, and all he needed was 2 shots. He just whiffs the rest of the clip, slaps in a new one, and continues to spray away and hope for the best. Doesn't work out. Look, Camel Riders still get the pistol round, but Mazalaai, question is whether or not they're going to force into this, or if they decide to go on the safe route.
Oh, safe route for sure. Safe route for sure. You don't want to be letting Camel Riders get to out to too much of a lead. And Camel Riders are very good on that anti-eco as well. You didn't get that bomb point. You don't have the extra buffer, and there's no chance to get any rifles here. You would be insane if you forced into the second. But still, it could happen. Let's find out. The game should be starting very shortly.
And you'll probably just watch as Mazalaai decide to go for a couple of scouts and deagles.
Well, that's it, you know. Every time I'm like, this is going to happen, the opposite happens. So don't listen to me.
Look, to be honest, I'm finding a lot of the time the teams that do decide to actually force up are either the, I guess, underdogs a lot of the time, or just the outright favorites. When it's such a tight game, you actually see these forces coming out less nice and early because they understand, all right, we're in a better, we have a better chance of kind of closing out the game if it goes the long haul, if we are smart with our money.
Well, we are live. We are back. Tech pause is completely over, and in 10 seconds, we'll find out what happens. Looks like it is the light investment. News, that's nice and appropriate. So going for the utility to try and help create some space. Mara's gone for the upgrade of the P250, as well as News as well. So not overbuying by any means, but just looking to cause some extra damage. Maybe even force out a bomb plant. They're going to be heading over towards short.
Yeah, and they've got a couple of flashbangs to work with as well. Misty can't really do anything about this except for listen in. So Edgeram's going to be hightailing his way back. AG grenade dropped, which is going to do a decent amount of damage, but they're already out into the A bomb site. Now the rotation's coming out. These are really good flashes coming out from Tyke at long as well. They're just trying to get the bomb plant down, and Misty's able to deny that as well. Great stuff coming out as the mop-up comes forward for Camel Riders.
So a couple of crucial kills there, but most importantly, Misty, just with the jumping USP, denying that bomb plant money. So the utility, it will be thinned out as we do head into the third, and Mazalaai buy up for their first chance to get around on the board. But Camel Riders, they are still committing to going for the bonus round. Scout in the hands of Misty. MP9 still there for Davidov, but there is still 2 M4s and potential for huge damage. Faster approach towards long for both teams all the way out. Oh, used it. Goes back, forced back by that Molotov. Didn't want to get isolated and die all on his own.
Yep, and without any smoke on the cover, it means that Camel Riders are relatively certain there's going to be no one in blue bin, and tight crossing the pit pretty much secures that. So Camel Riders now able to take this mid control or CT spawn back. B is very, very weak. Davidov doesn't really have the utility to work with.
Whoa, missed opportunity from Misty. Nice angle, but unfortunately did just fall off the ledge as he went to take that pot shot. Nade, nice position there, straight on the news, down to 64, doubling down, sending them to 20.
They're still committing up short, though, and this is going to work perfectly for Camel Riders. They've got 2 on the A bomb site right now, 1 at long, who still has utility to use as well. It's just going to be the dry impact coming out, or dry entry coming out. Not going to work out in the favor so far in edge room. He can't really land the shots, trying to play around with the edge of the smoke.
Awkward situation for him, though, but again, another flash to support. He's only good for the one as Zilkenberg peace out from Wizard. Drops the bomb for the moment as he wants to continue going forward. So good decision making, and it works out. Pokemon falling, A-ramp cleared. Tyke here at long wants to play for the retake. But Davidov as well, starting to make his way, but he's very far away from his teammate. Now, Tyke's just going for the pre-fire. That bomb has been picked up by Sogu, and planting safe will allow the bomb plant to be secured. But he has the opportunity to isolate 2 different one-on-ones.
He needs to take the short position right now. He knows that long is good, like the player's going to be most likely from long. He just needs to use this smoke and see what he can find. But he's just going to go for the raw engagements. Of course he is. And Davidov trying to land the shots as well. Now crawling up the catwalk space. But it's going to be Sugu that's going to come out on top with just raw mechanical aim. He doesn't care he has a smoke. He's not going to play it smart. He just punches them in the face.
Massive play coming out in the 1v2, and that's his only 2 kills for the match so far, but 2 extremely crucial ones as well. With that bomb plant, there's going to be plenty of money for Mazalaai to fully invest here. Maybe they'll miss out on a couple of the AKs, but still, Camel Riders, what have they got? Looks like they're going to go for the force buy as well, just looking to keep the economy low from Mazalaai.
Yep, and we know how much damage they can do with these pistols as well. We've seen them time and time again to great effect. Is now Edrum going to be pushing up short. Has to slow it down as Mazalaai are sending it down mid. Pokemon starts off the engagement nice and well. But as soon as I say that, Camel Riders overstepping some of their mark, getting punished. They're just losing all their A defenders just like that.
In a matter of moments, the defenses are thinned, but still there is a chance. It's not looking likely, however. Pokemon and Davidov have a whole long way to go, and Davidov is very switched on, aware that Mazalaai is probably on the hunt already after having such an easy picking over towards A. Looking just to group up and cover both avenues of entry to the B site. Mazalaai, they've already pretty much cleared everything over towards T-spawn there. Machine gun now will start to double back. But Mazalaai, as you can see, they don't have a lot of money in the bank. They might be able to, I guess, lose 1 weapon safely, but you don't want to lose any more than that.
And Machine Gun just still on the hunt. I mean, both of these, all of Mazalaai, maybe I think taking a bit of a look in, but they decide not to because their money honestly is not in a good situation right now. I mean, given that it's only just started, and Mara doesn't really have head armor either. There it is. He's going to buy that helmet to protect his noggin. Early tactical pause being called by Camel Riders.
So some respect being shown there by Mazalaai, knowing that it was a bit risky to go for those picks, allowing Camel Riders to carry 2 more rifles across here into the 5th round. And as you can see there on the scoreboard, you've got Sogu up the top after a nice little clutch with the highest ADR. Everyone really sharing the load for Mazalaai, whereas over on the other side, Camel Riders, you've got Tyke coming out with that pistol ace, finding another after that. And already on 6 kills in 4 rounds. Still not too bad. Now into the 5th we go. Camel Riders not going to do too much of a force here. It's just the economy evener, it seems. Ezram buying down to half. Tyke still on 2K, and Misty with 1,600 in the bank after investing into 2 flashbangs. So it looks like it's going to be the long take. Those flashes are going to be utilised to go for control. But now this could be a pick on Damara, who's isolated himself, and that smoke is in the perfect position, so Sogu cannot trade.
Yep, and the T is actually backing out straight to the B bomb site, but they need to start making a bit more of a move on for the CTs because all it takes is just a single good flashbang. Hedgeram tucking himself away in a corner. Just trying to hold on right now as the rest of the CT is going to be pushing out over into short, and Hedgeram going to be holding his fire for as long as he can.
So good from lowers, unable to get a huge amount done. So that's the man advantage for Camel Riders, but the B site is a hard site to crack. However, minimal utility, just an aid and flash remaining after this Molotov burns out. Machine gun at Heaton, strong position. And Misty can go in as the bait as well and gain a huge amount of information. Trade potential's huge, and there it is. Tyke on the way in. Machine gun still so strong as well. Needs another, but there's one man remaining. There's Dov who's penetrated the site. He's infiltrated it, and he gets on the bomb with enough time as well. There's the third rather for Camel Riders with a successful retake, but boy, was it costly.
Yep, very costly, but I mean, that's costly for Mazalaai in all honesty because Camel Riders didn't really invest that much into the round, so they should be able to get the double up set up if they want to. No pause called just yet.
Great spray control to close things out for Dov there. And just great fundamentals, trading it out. Camel Riders take the lead, but yes, a big shot from Zilkenberg onto Pokemon to get some free damage initially.
I was going to say, did he also just spot out the shadow at the very end of the glimpse and still manage to land that, or is that just luck? I'm not too certain.
Eyes of an eagle. And now the creep up short is continuing on here. Mazalaai have gained a whole lot of ground. Misty, nice passive angle. Has a good amount of information. And still, this time he's going to be holding onto that nade until he's expecting them to set up this utility. Mazalaai, great reaction though. Know that it's coming. They will fall back for the moment. Adaptions coming through in the setup. And they will send it back across and get ready to go for the full execute. I think Ezream actually threw a nade in that position as well, so Mazalaai fully aware that there is at least 2 players on the A site currently. Can utility coming out just to buy some extra time, 40 seconds, and Mazalaai will not be able to double down here, so they have to go with the utility.
Yeah, no one dropping down to CT though, which means that it's just a one-dimensional attack right now. No Molotovs being used on site either. Finally, Mara decides to drop it. That forces Edgeram into a very tricky situation, but Misty is there to get the trade. Still 25 seconds left on the timer, and Tyke is ready to try to fight it out if News does decide to wide swing.
Huge pick from Misty though, as they deny that bomb plant. There's still 10 seconds for Mazalaai to play with. Good Molotov as well, and it's all up to Machine Gun, who's going to be stuck just behind the little can there. Bomb goes down, and so does the hopes and dreams of Mazalaai. No plant, no extra money in the bank, and no buy into the 7th round. That's 4 on the board for Camel Riders. Great hold on the A side.
Yeah, and Tyke really just leading the charge at the moment. He's just locking down this long position as well as just coming out and helping out short. Mazalaai need to test this B in mid area a lot more because it feels like Camel Riders just dedicating so much resources right now into the A bomb site.
Oh, Dov over the smoke. Missed opportunity. Believe he was spotted. No early dance over towards long, but it's top mid that is in question. No tag, though, onto the Pistol boy on Mazalaai. They are going to be looking to go for a bust out mid. You can see News has gone very aggressively with a smoke, with a flash rather. Straight out mid doors, clearing that position.
Actually going up short this time around, but no utility. They just have to try to go for the bomb plant. Didn't work last time. Let's see if it's changed this time around. As out they come. Misty going to try and tap away. Oh my goodness, just getting shut down by Glocks. Still though, it's only Glocks at this moment as Mara is trying to fight an AK at long range.
Mazalaai are crazy with the default pistols. That was absolute ridiculousness, the fact that it was a triple dink to get the first pick of the round. It should be easy trades for the Camel Riders as they start to head back into the site. It's not even trades necessary, but Machine Gun turns around on its head. Huge nade is going to be copped on him, and it is the secondary for Dov to close it. But oh my god, that was such crazy damage from the single man last alive. He was in the 1v4 and turned it on its head in the matter of moments.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say about that one is that Misty just got punished for sitting out there and trying to take duels against 3 people. Mazalaai get the bomb plant down, do some economical damage over to that CT side, but still, it's Camel Riders in the lead right now. And Mazalaai not really having the answer just yet on a lot of these rounds. They haven't been able to find the openings over at A, which means that eventually they're going to have to test B. And you're starting to see Camel Riders starting to shift more forces over there occasionally, just to make sure the B bomb site is nice and safe. I think DVDov has actually spotted that across from News as well. So there's the Molotov. News forced to use the smoke. He's actually just going to jump out.
Ridiculous.
Madman.
Absolutely ridiculous. News works the timing and gets away with his life. Still 31 HP to fight with. And he is looking confident as ever. Flash at mid to get up short nice and quickly there. Zilkenberg leading the charge, leading the troops in. Misty this time going to be playing from a much closer position. Flash will bait out the shot. Mazalaai now maintaining control of short.
And you can see that Mazalaai actually adapting to Camel Riders on how Camel Riders play short. Every single time short's taken, afterwards a few HU grenades are being flung in their way. So now at the 50-second mark, Mazalaai might be thinking about taking this mid area right now. You can see a couple of flashbangs clearing out close. You're just trying to push anyone off the angle.
Davidov just expecting one of the Mazalaai players to have crept up towards the double stack. You can see he's done his homework. He's been fooled by this before.
Look at Edgerim. He's made that push about 30-second mark. He decides to go on his own initiative. And this is so split coming out from Mazalaai. They're going to have these 2 short players try to drop in the CT spawn. But, I mean, they're just going to try and walk contact out of B. This surely shouldn't work, but it does, apparently, because the AWP only does about 60 damage. And now it's all up to Pokemon to try to hold on to the B side. He tries his best, but unfortunately it's not enough. And now Edgerim's actually the last man left standing. Somehow Mazalaai have been able to take both sites almost.
Yeah, very interesting situation. Nade going over the top there for Ezram, pushing in, brings it back to the one-on-one, but Mara in a great position and will deny Ezram his feet on the ground as he tries to jump through the window. There it is. 3 on the board. Mazalaai get it done, but it's a costly round, even though they got the W there and took it to a 3rd.
And the problem with those rounds is that Mazalaai, they're just keeping it so, I mean, it's just so close. It comes down to a few individual deals, which you have to say just don't work out for Camel Riders in that instance. They had almost an entire read, but they had to gamble between short and B. Couldn't really fully invest either way. And now, as Mazalaai take this long control, Mara is just in backyard, going to be spotting this CT push from the USPs, as he is not able to really land the majority of these shots. Needs to get out of there pretty soon and grab the bomb.
So if D13 beat Tyloo, by the way, there is no way that Camel Riders can come second. So that's crazy that that match might actually have a big influence on this one. We thought that there would be no chance for D13 in that matchup, but they are currently in the lead 6-5. Well, Zilkenberg continuing the aggression here, making sure that Camel Riders cannot save a single thing across, as Davidov wants to continue to fight here with the Deagle of his own. And Mazalaai have guaranteed themselves the 4th round and are looking to tie up this game. What? 7-7 actually. The update comes through as Tyloo and D13 are going into the final round of the half now. That couldn't be closer. That is crazy. That's Mirage, Tyloo's map pick as well on Mirage.
Oh, I mean, Train was picked earlier and picked up by D13 almost near the end as well in the 29th round. I mean, coming back to Dust2 as well. Mazalaai keeping it nice and close as well in the first half. But Camel Riders, another eco. So they have to rely on a couple of Desert Eagle boys once again. Now, they are deadly with it, but you'd like to see the AWP starting to come out for some of these players once again. As Mazalaai going to be looking to send 2 people fast down mid right now.
Oh, Zulkenberg with the fast flashes at B, looking to sell the fake rush, and it hasn't quite drawn the rotations, but it has pulled the Camel Riders all the way back from long A, and now it's going to be a battle on the A site. Misty finding one with just the USP. It is the Deagles getting work done as well, but Machine Gun going to be stuck on long as Zulkenberg makes this very long rotation. But the push comes in from Pokemon as well, so he's going to get a whole lot of information going into Upper Dark. And Mazalaai, they're pretty much going to be forced to continue to hit this A site now.
Problem is there's 3 members here, and this is actually the best situation for Camel Riders to be in right now. The smokes actually work in the favor of Edgerum right now, and Pokemon's also flanked around, but after being picked off, it looks like Mazalaai make the correct call and go for the fast take into B bomb site.
The thing here is that there is now 2 rifles retrieved from the CTs, going and grabbing them from short before going for this rotation, and that now there's an opportunity to maybe get a kill on the cross. Misty posted. Does he get off at the wrong time? Oops, spotting them though. Molotov will buy some extra time, but this window that they need to worry about is Edgeram. Doesn't go in all on his own. Opportunity missed.
It's now just down to the aim deals. Molotov has been used a little bit deep at window, and they know that Zulkenberg is going to be at this box, but Edgeram, I think his shadow's been spotted out, and Mara is going to get the first spray down. Misty able to get the trade. Now it's all down to a one-on-one. Mara's been looking really shaky, and that is exactly why, unable to really get the trade. He's a little bit uncertain, doesn't take the angle, doesn't take the engagement. As a result, it's going to be a clutch out from Camel Riders. Barely any investment in this one, and they're still able to take it. Mazalaai very sloppy on these anti-ecos so far. Great stuff from Misty. No body armor. Still takes that engagement. Doesn't even take a single point of damage. Mazalaai can buy into this once again, obviously. But Camel Riders, a great buy now coming into the 11th round. Double AWP setup working for them as well.
Always good to see a double AWP setup working out for anyone. And Tyke, he is very ambitious going for these shots, but he's just shooting at the traces that he's spotting. Misty can't quite get the trade, so we're back to the 4v4 scenario, and the A site is not going to be fully controlled, at least not from the long side. It's over at short. You do have Ezreal with some control. Dividov, however, just pushing straight through to trade out Pokemon and keep it even. That's the 3v3.
And this is where I'd probably call as Mazalaai to try to go for a mid to B, and Edgerum needs to do his best to disrupt it. He's pushed up short quite nice and early on. Doesn't really need to be here, in all honesty. I'm a little bit confused right now because actually Dividov's going to go down over at mid. That's a bit of over-aggression from the CT side, and Camel Riders have to make a bit of a gamble stack, as it looks like Edgerum is able to pick off Machine Gun as they're trying to trade out weapons, and now Misty is going to be smoked off. It's all down to Edgerum trying to hold on.
Look at this as well. He has so much utility to just buy extra time for these rotations. Misty has the flashes to allow Edgeram to make some space through the smoke. Ambitious play from Zulkenberg, but he doesn't know that Misty's ultra close here, all the way to A ramp already. Zulkenberg stuck in the smoke, looking the wrong direction, has no idea that Misty's closed this distance, and there is another edge of your seat gameplay. It's one alive in the end, and Misty, that's 2 clutches in a row now, 7-4. Camel Riders still with the lead.
Yeah, I mean, Mazalaai, for me, how they're playing at the moment is that they're forced to play respectfully, and I feel like that's actually hampering them at the moment. You can see that Zulkenberg, he plants in the smoke, but come on, man. Like, old Zulkenberg would have jumped around and identified where his enemy was and shot him. That's the whole thing.
It's completely crazy, and such a great decision from Ezreal to go aggressive. It was a huge risk, but then he caught Mazalaai napping, evened the odds, turned it to that 2v2, and from there, it was just even trades. Now, another round on the cards. Mazalaai, they're on the mixed buy, and boom, Misty boosted up early. We'll take the first pick.
Still Deagles pressuring this position, and Zulkenberg does have the AWP actually forced up. That's a really weird buy from Mazalaai. Zulkenberg's the only one that's bought into it, whereas the rest of the members only with pistols. And Mazalaai, it is a little bit frustrating watching how they're playing at the moment, because it's really just, it feels like it's undecisive. They don't really have a good read of what's going on outside of how Camel Riders plays short, and their game plan is not working out. I would say that Camel Riders in a very good position now to not only just take the CT half quite convincingly, but probably the game as well to bring it into map number 3.
Yeah, and that's because we know just how much structure Camel Riders have on Dust2, on their T side. We've seen it before, and We may be about to see it again, but for now it's the defense that we're worried about.
Oh,
Tyke's
no.
not actually spotted in the pit, though. Let's see if he can buy some extra time. Rotation coming in. M4 will now have an influence. Tyke falls down, but Ezram is worrying about multiple positions as Machine Gun gets that flank with the short push. That's going to be the crunch on the A site, but the bomb still needs to cross. There's not the smokes to do it. Bomb now in no man's land, but Davidoff fully focused there on long corner. And the bomb will go across safely, but again, we're back to a 2v2 scenario.
Yep, and Pokemon pushing in through long. Zilkenberg's going to hear this, so it means that this forced AWP actually working out perfectly a charm. Like, what are two of the Mazalaai members trying to do right now? They're trying to catch DB off timing. It's not going to work out, and DB he's got so much utility to work with right now.
If he can get to side, he still has the smoke to drop on the bomb, but he needs to get there. Missed opportunity from Zilkenberg, and Davidov just trying, using those long arms, using that defuse kit, and he's going to reel this in. It's all up to Zilkenberg. Oh, that was so close. Gets it right in the last second. That was ridiculous. The fact that he can slot it just there, just then, was absolutely perfect. Mazalaai thanking their lucky stars and thanking Zilkenberg for a 5th round.
Yep, all I've just say just then is that, okay, you got Sugu who chucks the bomb over and decides to peek into the AWP angle. I can understand a little bit of it, right? Because the CT's posted, he's going to be watching the bomb. That's justifiable. But what was Machine Gun doing? Like, you know the AWP is there. Okay, it could be short. All right, might play Goose because I've got a nice crossfire with my teammate at long. Or I can just go out into the open.
He was pretending he was 2016 Machine Gun. Who would hit that?
Oh, yeah, sorry. He was pretending he was a Void. Jumping down to CT spawn.
Of course.
And Void's now retired. So,
Yes. Ooh.
Retired at the young, ripe age of 20 or 19.
A sign of the times. And a disappointing thing to see.
Right. So so this one's understandable, right?
Yep,
I just want to see what Machine Gun was doing.
Just checking he was still there, you know. Just going, hey, oh yeah, what's up? Oh, yep, he's still in CT. That
he's
call
still
was
there.
correct. That
Sorry,
call was
Machine
correct.
Gun. Sorry, Zilkenberg. You've done a lot of good work, but you're going to have to continue that good work for now. Sorry, my dude.
I'm sorry I didn't trust your call. Look, that just comes down onto me. Yep. Yeah, I'll fix that. Yep, surely. Oh, all right, cool.
I'll wide swing next time. Got it.
That's the one.
Long A is going to be taken by Mazalaai. Pistols for Camel Riders once again. We've been looking pretty good in the pistols so far, all the time.
Well, Mazalaai with full control of long, but nothing there at short, and Camel Riders have taken this opportunity with open arms. Ezram all the way at the top of mid, and Mara pulls his gun out just at the perfect moment. Beautiful shot to line that one up in time. But that's a whole lot of information. Smoke doesn't come down in the right moment. Tyke now trying to wrap around, but Zilkenberg has that nice little line over towards the short boxes, and it'll be more than enough. So from this point, Pokemon can't get that opportunity. Was given it a second, but there it is. A bit of an overextension from Amara, doubling back down towards the top of mid, and that's a rifle retrievable. If 3 of these players can all survive with armor here, maybe even get another exit, this is a full buy into the next. This Deagle can be dropped across to Tyke, who has nothing in the bank, and someone will be able to afford anything to drop to Ezram. It's a good defense strategy.
Yeah, might as well keep armor and deagles into this. I mean, outside of the defensive strategy, it just Camel Riders can do damage with these weapons. It's just unfortunate Edgeram was unable to land the shot. I mean, Mara's been really struggling so far, so, I mean, I'll tell you who hasn't been struggling. Zilkenberg. He's been looking really good so far.
He is on like Donkey Kong. So, what is going to eventuate here? You've got Tyke there. No body armor purchase just yet. But if you looked at Davidov, he had that AK. He had essentially a full buy even with the secondary, but he's happy to play with the Deagle. We know that he is sharp with the Deag himself, so he's going to drop the AK over to Ezram, who's been performing. He's the top fragger right now and is always in those crucial positions. But there was no investment from Tyke just because they wanted to even out that economy to look to buy into the final round of the half. Faster approach again. Mazalaai the whole way up long. They're already at the cross. Ezram has heard the flashes, has heard the push, but hasn't seen the cross. And, going to have to fight from elbow. Manages to find a single. It is traded out by Machine Gun. And that uppers aggression as well has worked out for some map control. It's back to the 3v3. There's still the AK in play for Pokemon, which was retrieved after that aggression at Upper Dark. But look at Misty. He's held W for so long. He's already behind Bedroom. And the bomb is nowhere near the A site just yet.
Yeah, but Zilkenberg is in a position to cover it off. I mean, smoke comes out into CT spawn as well. Machine Gun, spots out Pokemon.
Ooh. Molly goes down at the right moment. DB actually denies the cross of the bomb. Now that's going to be out in the open. Flash as well to allow Pokemon on the line, but Machine Gun's at the ready. However, Pokemon is fighting with that AK. DB gets it done with the Deagle, and we see Camel Riders turn the round off its head just with a couple of Deagles, 1 AK, and a whole lot of aggression there in the 14th. Now it's looking like we could be seeing a 9-6 half.
Look, I'll put it this way, right? Mazalaai, Mara goes down on an uppers push, and the fact that Zilkenberg's got bomb and he's sitting in T-spawn is a bit of a question mark for me. He doesn't need to be sitting there. Look, great shots from DB Dov playing from CT spawn. Zilkenberg had to watch 2 angles because of the failed engagement earlier on.
Ridiculous gameplay coming out this evening in this absolutely amazing matchup. Both these teams want it that little bit more. A 3-2 split so far. Some eyes on mid, and that's exactly where Zilkenberg is going to be prodding at the moment. Just slowly making his way out with the AWP, hoping to find an angle. Misses the opportunity, but if he does post here, Misty might just run back. Not at the moment, though. Utility going to be thrown out of uppers. Reactive Molotov comes to upper dark as well, just to slow the troops. And Ezream, does he drop down here, or is it just going to be the short push? That's going to be a whole lot of information for Camel Riders. Mid-split utility is going to be thrown. And I don't think the Camel Riders are going to expect 4 men, 5 men, all busting out from uppers.
Yep, but I mean, this is the perfect position for them to hold it as well. Smokes and Flashbang is going to be coming out soon. CTs on the B-bomb site not really deploying that utility. They're dropping their defensive utility maybe just a little bit too late, and DB Dob has to fight from in the site. Not going to pull off any heroics this time around, but it's going to be Pokemon and Edgeroom teaming up to at least make it a 2-on-2. And the rotation is going to be coming up from Camel Riders, where Misty can get quite aggressive at window nice and early.
News now. Has to fully rely on Zilkenberg to cover. There's minimal time remaining. Misty thinking about going through, and in the second chance has the crosshair in the right spot, but couldn't hit the shots, and the cover was too good. News as well puts his hand in, and there it is, the 8-7 scenario at the half. Camel Riders lead by 1. Can they start it off strong in the second? How will Mazalaai do on the defense? Well, we're about to find out. Second half soon. Dust2 has been a battlefield, and again, it's neck and neck going into the second half. Mazalaai now on the defensive. They need to pick up the pace, though, if they want to make this a 2-0 scenario, because, well, if we go into a third, the Camel Riders will have to close it out here and then win the next as well to make that reverse sweep happen. Oh, it's just such a weird situation for both sides, and it being so close, we didn't expect it, but Mazalaai are providing a little bit of action for us.
Yep, I mean, a late resurgence of their T-half, it's once again looked really devoid of strategy and tactics. I mean, I would say that as well, because tactically they've just been counted out by Camel Riders on their CT side. Camel Riders just seem to have an answer for exactly what Mazalaai wanted to throw. And now as they come into the pistol round, long control has been taken nice and early by the Camel Riders. But Mazalaai's also taking this B upper control nice and early on, so they've actually got a lot of people over here dedicating guns over into this A site instead.
Well, Tyke has managed to fend off the aggression from Machine Gun, and this is going to chase after. But with all that information, surely Machine Gun has made the clear that all of tunnels is clear. And that's going to be the stack towards A. Camel Riders could be in for a world of hurt, because we've seen what Mazalaai can do with these pistols. They are sharp, they are on fire right now. And News may just be the first point of contact.
He's playing a very interesting angle as well at Car, so it's very hard for the T's to clear him out right now. Out comes the first smoke grenade. There should be a second one following suit quite shortly as Pokemon just trying to use the edge of it to find an advantage, but there it is. News is going to be picked off at Car.
Ezreal at the ready. Close smoke's going to be thrown. Mara can't find anything with the smoke bank. Sogu gets the reload off just in time, but not able to get a frag. It is going to be Tyke, and Davidov getting all the damage done. Mara with a single as he falls back into CT. But that's the two-man advantage. Machine Gun unable to find the head there to finish off Ezreal, and aggression from Misty to close out the round. Camel Riders, they want it, and they are taking it every step at a time.
Yep, one step at a time, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Mazalaai just force back up into it. Zilkenberg's already gone for the scout. Should see a couple of pistols come out for them as well. Once again, Camel Riders just able to make the pistols work out. They've been looking pretty good so far on them.
So sending over to B. A couple of the boys there. Looked like it was three, but it is going to be Zilkenberg with that scout, hoping to take the battle. He's managed to get a tag on a Misty, but it's going to go both ways. Zilkenberg down to 56 himself, and can anyone connect another? Looks like Misty is going to continue to go toe-to-toe. News wants to go for the aggression into uppers here, 5-7 close range. We've seen what this man can do with it.
It does have the assistance as well with Zilkenberg. Oh, sorry, not Zilkenberg, with Machine Gun pushing in as well. So both pistols close range at B is going to be quite beneficial, as it allows now Mazalaai to try to set up the defenses over on the A-bomb site instead.
We'll see if Davidov... Oh, look at that positioning in the perfect spot to deny that flash. It was just a little bit too deep, and Davidov will draw first blood.
Yeah, and this might actually call for Camel Riders to go for the mid to B split instead. Machine Gun pushing in just a little bit too late. Great shots coming out from Davidov and this MP7, and the CZ eventually going to be backing out. Still, though, Camel Riders not really making a move just yet over into the either site. 45 seconds left. They are committing onto the A-bomb site now, but Mara still has a smoke, and that could definitely cause a lot of problems if he drops it defensively.
Still some time to play with, 30 seconds. Camel Riders, they will go for the short execution, but Mara just holds W, finds two through the smoke, and a third as well as the bomb. This round turned on its head. Machine Gun just 1 HP. Camel Riders can still clutch this, but they need to go forward. It's Davidov on 43 HP and MP7. Where's the angle? He knows that there's a man down in CT, but he goes forward. He had no intention of going to plant the bomb, was so hungry for the kill, but Mara, the hero of the round, that was absolutely disgusting aggression. But it kept Mazalaai in it.
And do you know what that was just down to? That was down to Mara having a smoke at the end and the fact that they took B tunnels, and Camel Riders trying to gamble on the fact that Mazalaai were going to cross over. Plot twist, Mazalaai were just stacking that A-bomb site because they didn't care about B at that stage. Early aggression doesn't work out. They don't really care.
It's crazy. The ball's on him to just straight up drop that smoke and run towards the execute, knowing that there had to be at least 2, maybe 3 Ts coming towards him.
It's honestly the best idea.
Of course.
And the reason why for that, I mean, most of the time when I go, stop running at people, that's a bad idea. The reason why this is a good idea, because those progression smokes, when it comes up short, the weakest point is actually as they exit out of it. And you can see that Mara, he doesn't even intentionally get the second one. Misty is just lined up behind it. And that's actually a lot of money in the hands right now of Mara, with the 4 kills on the MP9. Now allows some weapons to be dropped over. Actually allows the AWP to be dropped over in the hands of Zilkenberg.
Yeah, so huge finances coming out there into the 18th for Mazalaai. But it is Camel Riders going quite quickly all the way at mid doors through lowers. Potential for the B split. There is the utility for it. Lots of flashes, lots of smokes, and that Xbox smoke as well will start to fade. No eyes on this position from Mazalaai currently. Although Zilkenberg will be perched here. Up on Cat. Only dropped. Falls back to go back-to-back with him and Sogu, although they are fully focusing on long for the moment. Deciding what setup they want to be running in the 2-man hold at A. But look at that, Sogu. That was just an amazingly aggressive push. Must have heard something on short to go for this aggression. Davidov gets an entry over towards the B site, but it's not enough. Sogu at mid, able to control these rotations now.
I mean, this is really problematic because, yeah, you can focus on trying to take down one member, but yeah, eventually have to make a bit of a move on. So it looks like it is going to be a successful attack on the A-bomb site. Plant down for short as well. And Zilkenberg's fallen all the way back to long, and Sugu's able to get out. He's just left Mara for dead pretty much. Mara just going to be playing at mid with an MP9 this time around, not on the favorable angle as Pokemon overextends. And now the CT is slowly starting to crawl in.
And Tykes made a whole lot of noise running back to site, drops the smoke to try to play around, but still continues to survive. The spray took a lot from Sogu to get him down. Mara falling to Davidov, and it's back to the 3v2. Now Mazalaai should just be able to play the coverage, although Scout doesn't hit the angle, and second shot doesn't come through for Davidov. He does get taken down by Zilkenberg, and Mazalaai reel in the defuse.
Yep, that's the case of you have to be aiming for the headshot because you don't know what the HP of the enemy is once again. Davidov does a lot of damage. He's been playing really well so far on Dust2 on this T half, but the score lines are tied once again. It looks like it was actually a spam through the smoke to pick up machine gun.
Crazy.
Beautiful
Big shots with the Deagle. Unfortunately, couldn't land that single bullet onto the diffuser. And if you notice, that was a 10-second defuse. There was no kits in play. And if he hit that shot, it would have been a Camel Riders round. So very unfortunate for him there.
So still Deagles for Camel Riders to play with. And once again, it's just Davidov finding these entries on the B bomb site. He's just been demolishing them. He's still going to be continuing forward. It's this time News on the copping end of it. As Mara is able to hold on quite well because the trades just don't come forward for Camel Riders. So even though the early entry goes quite well for Davidov, the rest of his compatriots can't really follow up. So the round slowed over once again, and now Machine Gun looks like to bring a bit of semblance of normality back into this round for the CT side. I say normality, but then Sugu, once again, he's really bored of holding long because there's no action there. And you can see he's just going, what the hell is going on with my spray? Shuffles his mouse around, but he still cleans up the round for Mazalaai, as they're in the lead now. Tactical timeout called out by Camel Riders, and that's the final one already. They don't have any more time to talk after this one.
Really, really crazy aggression from Mazalaai, and it continues to net them these rounds. Absolutely crazy decision making, but it's working, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Mazalaai, we need to see them continue this one, I would say, and just keep playing confident to close out this match, because this is their best opportunity to do it. They're just slightly in the lead. The economy is not super great right now for Camel Riders, but as I have a quick look to what production's showing me, D13 are 1 round away from taking a 2-0 over Tyloo. That would be a ridiculous upset for the ages.
Yeah, I mean, and that forces a lot of emphasis on this matchup in the moment, which, I mean, if D13 takes this victory, Mazalaai, they're completely out. Even if Mazalaai win, they're still out. So, because it means that Tyloo is actually going to come out second on the group and D13 first. Look, let's focus back on the action, obviously, because it's not over just yet for Camel Riders and definitely not over for Mazalaai. As this time around, it looks like a bit of a faster mid-take from Tyke, but Davidov's able to get the spray down. And now this mid to be very, very weak. I say that, but Sugu and Machine Gun spraying through the smoke, and Nyers, he's pushing out of the B side to go fight mid. What is this?
ridiculous aggression there, and News again just going to be shutting it down. Pokemon and Ezream are the last men here for Camel Riders, and they will find News. So now there's an opportunity. Minimal utility.
That's the problem. There's no smoke and Molotov to lock this out. All it takes is some good smoke grenade usages and a couple of good flashbangers from the CT side, and pretty much their entire plan is ruined. So Edrim's going to be planting in the safe corner. I think Mara's going to hear it. Beautiful flashbang to allow Mara to enter out and kill one. And now Pokemon just can't land the hero spray this time. No, it looks like Mara didn't hear anything because he can't find it. He's confused as heck at the moment. And finally he realizes maybe he's a bit deaf. Maybe he's got a bit of the EMAG syndrome, hearing left and right differently.
Nah, surely the boys were going that, nice, nice. And he's like, boys, off comms, I don't know where the bomb is.
Do they plant B? Do they plant B? Do they go A?
Is it even planted here? Wait, how did they plant A? It's a beautiful shots coming out from Mara. And look, Pokemon, you said it was the spray, but he was tapping away and unfortunately just couldn't connect on the head. So Pokemon couldn't clutch it out in the 1v3. Mazalaai again turn it into a 9-11 scenario.
Yeah, and I mean, that's just down to a really good flashbang coming out from Zilkenberg, which is exactly what you need. Retaking that B bomb site, that limited utility meant it was pretty much all over and done for as soon as that flashbang came forward. No Molotovs to hold off the CTs, no smoke grenades to help out the defending side. So now another armored pistol round coming out from Camel Riders. As they are slowly making their way up short. It is the weak point right now because there's only really one person there. But Mara, you can see, suspecting that something is happening, is going to drop the HE grenade, and almost a perfect time to help soften up the attack.
Yeah, but great smokes will allow a whole bunch of space for Camel Riders to play with. Bomb goes down there. Oh, it's dropped into CT. That is perfect for Mazalaai, and it's just Mara that now has to hold and hit his shots. Pokemon comes in to at least get the first for Camel Riders, but it's the bomb that needs to be retrieved, which it is. But unfortunately for Pokemon, Sogu is there hunting, ready and waiting, and it's all up to Tyke now. He's got that Tech 9, but is he going to wreck? I don't think it's possible. Machine Gun just picking them off again and again. And there's a whole lot of work to do. 40 seconds and maybe able to isolate a fight with Sogu. Goes to the right position. Sogu falls back at the perfect moment. Machine Gun as well, bolstering the defenses here in CT. And Zilkenberg just making sure no wrap comes through from that A-ramp position. But Tyke now with the Deagle, able to get that one-shot headshot, and he's going to do it as well. Now back, there's two more remaining. Just needs to try to find it, but Machine Gun posted perfectly. Not going to miss those sitters, and there it is. 12 on the board. That's the 3-round lead. Mazalaai are getting it done.
Yep, and they're so starting to roll ahead, but the money isn't that great for Mazalaai just yet. Camel Riders still doing damage on these ones. And Mara just in the right position once again at the right time. Really has started to fix up his gameplay. He was struggling a little bit. And there you have it as well. I mean, going back onto touching over that Tyloo versus D13 result, it's actually a 2-0 for D13.
Did they do it?
So the Mongolians are coming out on top at the moment.
All right, so we now no longer want Camel Riders to win. Mac is Mazalaai all the way. No 3-way tie. And News, that is aggressive. Straight in 3 for him. And that could be the round done and dusted, depending on if Machine Gun can buy some extra time and stop this bomb from coming out towards the B site. But Camel Riders, they have hit the brakes.
Yeah, they need to hit the brakes right now because they're preying on the fact that there is going to be an over-rotation coming out from the CT side. And News has just had enough of being bullied on the B bomb site. He decides to be the bully himself and charge straight into the fray. And it works perfectly because Camel Riders are all trying to set up for an execute.
Tyke is here and he's ready to fight, but Mara is on the off angle and Misty now has a whole lot of work to do. 1v4, Orp and a Dream. Hoping for anything at this point. Going for those no-scopes, given so many opportunities, but Mara walks away with it. That's going to be 13 on the board. And look at the economy. Mazalaai with 4 alive at the end. That's just so much getting done here. And they're going to go to the double op setup. They have no issues going for this one.
Wait. Does this mean that Jordan needs to shave right now if Mazalaai take this?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Mazalaai go all the way right now. They're on the train to not only protect Mac's moustache, but to shave off Jordan's seedy little excuse he calls for a growth. As now, Camel Riders,
clip it.
Their back is against the wall. They do have Deagles to play with, obviously, but they've been struggling to find in-ways right now as Mazalaai individually starting to fire up.
Davidov looking for an entry tyke though, over ambitious, goes toe-to-toe with the AWP and fortunate to be alive as he cops the wallbang instead. It'd be pretty big though if Camel Riders do manage to pull the upset here in this round.
100% still doable, but they're tanking a lot of damage coming out from, I think that was their own Molotov. Now setting up for these short progression smokes. But herein lies the danger. There are 3 people still here from the CT side of Mara. He's been so good right now in the goose position. Oh no, Zilkenberg, that HE grenade takes down Tyke, who's already tagged down nice and early on, softened up. Out comes the CT drop. Out comes the mid to B split. Pokemon's been spotted out though. And Zilkenberg in some sublime form right now as Nuez is also pushing forward. The agenda pushes into tunnels and is just mopping them all up. That's a clean round coming up from Mazalaai and Camel Riders. It looks like their stint might just be over very soon.
Certainly seems that way.
And they have no tactical pauses to call either, which means that Mazalaai can just steam forward right now.
Continue to play off the back of all of this momentum. Oh, everything going in the hands right now. Mazalaai getting it done. Mara has been so crucial here in the second half. So many impactful frags and impactful rounds. And again, they're going to be heading towards long to at least dominate this position of the map. But as you can see, Camel Riders, they have a different position in mind. 3 towards uppers and 2 just holding at the top of bedroom, at the top of mid. And just waiting to potentially go for an A split late, depending on where they end up. With lower mid control. Ooh, machine gun at the ready. Got some nice damage through the door there. But cops a bit of his own.
Still, Camel Riders persisting with this short take, though. Zilkenberg once again ready and waiting with the AWP, has utility to deploy.
And off the back of the flash, goes for the very aggressive jiggle there, but unable to connect. And we're going to see some re-aggression as well over towards Goose. It's actually Machine Gun's AWP to find the first blood. Misty falling. And Zilkenberg re-aggressing. There it is.
This is 2016 Mongols all over again. They're just continuously re-pushing because Machine Gun and Zilkenberg, they're both feeling it right now. And Mara's actually in the perfect position to deny this mid to B. Machine Gun's also there. Maybe none of the teammates are really needed right now because it's really just a bit of a throwback. There it is. Mara's finally chipping in. And Davidov can't land the second shot. This is a serious point right now for Mazalaai. A consolidation prize, really, because they cannot qualify. They might not know it just yet, obviously, because they're in the game. But at least they can fight for a little bit of pride coming into what could be the final round of match day number 3.
Yep, and there it is. 15 on the board. 1 round away from a win. Because they have not managed to obtain one just yet, and they are very, very close. So, as you can see, this group has been all over the place. Even with D13 taking Tyloo, no one saw that one coming.
I mean, there was a small chance of it happening, and small chance it eventually did. Oh no, they're just lining up for Suku at the moment. Suku's committing through the spray. Maybe gets punished, but no, it's going to be Maro that cleans up on the other side of mid. It's all down to Edrum right now, and at least he's able to take down Zilkenberg that's sprinting full force at him.
But if anyone can clutch it out, it's going to be Ezream. The man is a machine in terms of decision making, and he's still got some util, a Galil, and some hopes. Mara, very low there. It's gone for Bogdan's Law.
Oh, but News is...
Yeah, but look, as you've said, News just doubling back up to upper dark there. Doesn't spot the lurk up short. And with this push, Zogu goes through long himself. So this is going to be a bomb plant for free. And they are fully aware that there's no way Ezream could be on the B site. So Mazalaai happily setting up for the retake here.
Yep, Edrum's just going to do some good work clearing out all these angles first before he decides to get it down. Make sure that it's safe as possible. Look, he's got some utility to work with, which is for the good thing. As he's going to molly off short. And as soon as that short molly is going to be heard off, they know it's going to be the A-bomb site. Sugu, he just wants to push ahead. He's mollying the site. Edrum's actually forced down to A-ramp to try to fight it out, but Mazalaai actually not giving him any opportunities. Mara's pushing in from long. Now the 2 members coming in from short. They're just waiting for the plant to come forward.
Nedrian puts it down for Long A, puts it down for Plat now. It is news. Sogu and
my
Mara.
goodness.
There it is. Mara, another impactful frag. 3 in the round, and that's going to be 16. The team kill. No, I thought it would come through as a celebratory one. Defuse comes out 16-9. Mazalaai do it 2-0. Max Moustache is safe to live another day. And there it is. That's the group stage done and dusted. Big performance from Mazalaai. We have the post-match to break it all down on the other side of this break.